Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. In this episode, we will be speaking with the team from Bored Sloth Billionaires. This conversation was recorded on November 2nd, 2022, live on Twitter Spaces. The views and expressions in this AMA do not represent the views of KPN directly and are not to be considered as financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research on the projects presented. Also make sure to follow our account to be alerted of new uploads. Now let's get started. Enjoy. Welcome to another AMA with Kadena Project Network. Today we are talking to Bored Sloth Billionaires. They're a very cool NFT project and more building on the Kadena ecosystem. So why don't we get right into a quick little introduction about yourself and your team. And I'd like to find out what got you first into crypto in general, because I find a lot of people have some really cool backstories there. And then just a little quick introduction to what the Bored Sloths are all about. So take it away.
Sure. So I'm Martin Ershek. I'm the CEO of Bored Sloth Billionaires, or the creator or founder or planner, if you can say. Our team basically started to assemble in last year, in 2021. And we try to find assembling a team of crypto enthusiasts, if I can say that, to handle all the tasks. Basically, all the team members, we knew each other for a long time. We've been friends for a while, and basically our goal was to create something good, because we were in the investing side all along. We had our personal holdings of some cryptocurrencies. But we always wanted to create something and wanted to see how that side of the story is. About the background, I've been in crypto for a couple of years now. I think it's going to be my third year. Currently, I'm working in Bobcat IoT, which is the largest helium miner manufacturer currently on the Helium blockchain, and I do marketing for an ASIC miner webshop, MillionMiner.com. So basically, these are my jobs. The team members are we having one marketing agent who's doing Instagram account management. He built up his Instagram accounts for the last 6 or 7 years, and he's netting more than 7.2 million followers. So he knows a lot about marketing and stuff like that. So he's our marketing agent. We have an advisory position. We have a partner in Fix.hu who's providing server for us, who's providing domain and website for us. So basically, that's our team, and we do obviously have an artist who's creating the graphic work, and myself and a developer. So 6 total team members altogether.
Awesome. So let's dive right into the sloths themselves. Is there any story behind what made you guys go with the sloth as an animal? I kind of look at the sloth kind of like the capybara prettier cousin, like a prettier capybara. So maybe let's hear a little background as to what made you choose that.
All of us like sloths. I think that's our soul animal, if I can say that. And basically, when we were like, okay, let's choose the base of the NFT, the artwork, we were like, we have to go with sloths. We just love sloths, and we actually do include a charity donation on our roadmap from the minting revenue, because we want to really put something towards like saving the slowest mammal in a quickly changing world, because we feel like sloths are really cool but in danger, and with that maybe we can put something towards to it. So that's why we choose sloths. Everybody loves sloths.
Now, going a little bit more into the actual art, a lot of people, if you haven't checked it out already, make sure you guys go check out their website, theslothsnft.com. And if you click on the different sections like home, artwork, roadmap, you'll notice at the top that there are 3 or 4 sloths, and they're all different artwork, like different traits, different things. So I'm noticing like a lot of ones that are like superhero themed, and ones with like different skin colors and hoodies. Let's go a little bit into the art. Now, first off, how many sloths are there going to be in the collection?
Well, we are planning to mint a collection of 3,333 NFTs, but obviously these can change, because we don't want to like over saturate our expectation with NFTs, because basically we planned on minting on Solana, and then later on we switched to Kadena, and it's a different story. But because of that, we do have I know that we do have a lot of followers who are not specifically going to really go through the whole process of going to Kadena, because they found us as a Solana NFT. So the original plan was a 3K collection. This was planned based on following our Twitter profile followers numbers. But this can change. But for now, we are aiming to mint out a 3K collection. And yes, the artwork is really special, because we did not rush the whole project. This artwork has been on creation since last November or last October. So we actually doing this for almost a year now, and our graphic designer doing the layers on his free time. And basically we have like 4 different base options, or base colors, or fur types, let's say. And we do have over 200 layers currently, but our aim is to have like a 225 when we're coming up to mint. And that means that every NFT, not just like really unique, but like you said, you have all these special, let's say, collection, and those are going to be like really rare. So whoever got a full set, let's say police officer, for a full slot of Captain America, or a full slot of Iron Slot, that's going to be actually really special. And later on, if because this is obviously going to be, let's say, random, because obviously the minting is random, so we cannot guarantee that every single set going to contain a full set, or we're going to try. But other than that, we later on we can release like a very short collection of just 10 or 11 really special NFT, like a closed collection, let's say, and that can be rewarded to our most loyal community members. So yes, our artwork is unique, and it's been creation for a while.
Is there any, so like you said that you can get like a full police, you would have to like randomly get all of the different pieces that are involved in like the police uniform or something, but
Exactly.
do you have one of ones within the collection that could be minted that are special and unique just by themselves? Or are these traits just randomly generated throughout?
This is going to be obviously depending on the platform that we are minting. And at the beginning, we planned on minting on our own website, so not using any minting service. But obviously, Kadena is a new chain, so our developer just had to start learning Kadena, and we felt like it's much comfortable to actually not just delay everything again, but to go through the minting process with a minting provider, I could say NFT maker or something like that. So for that, Launchpad, but it's not Launchpad in this sense. So for that, there's a few options, and we are most likely going to go through with Minted. But then obviously Minted had a little bit delay recently with the first first minting of the collections, and basically we had not enough time to actually go around in their system and test out the stuff, see how's the setup, and how deep we can go into of these little details. So this is going to be heavily depending on the minting platform itself.
Awesome. Well, I'm just very cool artwork. Like I said, I'm very impressed by a lot of it. It's very well done. It's very well drawn, and even your website itself is very well done as well. It's very bright and colorful. Everything works. Everything's laid out, very professional looking. So I'm glad to say you guys have done quite a really good job so far on presenting your project and laying out what you plan to do for the future. So let's go through your roadmap essentially. So first will be launching of the NFTs and selling them through a launchpad or minting them like that. And then, of course, after that, you have your Sloth token. So maybe can we just get a little bit into your Sloth token, just a quick little rundown of how that's going to be used and how people are going to be able to get their hands on the token itself?
Sure. So basically, we are planning on creating a Sloth token approximately 6 months after the minting period is over. And that's what I said earlier, that our developer felt a little bit more comfortable to have the actual NFT minting itself be done now, and then he can focus on the token itself later on. So the token will be used as a utility token, and we are planning on doing partnerships with NFT staking sites, and basically the idea to stake your NFT, your slot NFT, and to get slot token as a reward. The details obviously going to be released later on. So for now, we are more focused on the minting itself. But what we are 100% planning on executing this slot token, and for that we already have started communication for a couple of platforms, and obviously when we came, we said that we are going to do the work in Kadena, not in Solana. Like a day after or 2 days after, KDSwap, a member of the KDSwap team, just messaged us on Twitter, and we had a nice, like a half an hour long call just introducing to each other. So we are planning on releasing the token itself to KDSwap, to have the pool itself on KDSwap. And we're going to use the minting day revenue, X percentage of the minting day revenue, to create a pool so everybody can trade their slot tokens on possibly on KDSwap.
Awesome. And now you mentioned like staking. So pretty much, if I mint a bunch of these NFTs, I will then be able to possibly stake those on a platform like I understand, I know like the DocuShield / Minted guys are actually working on type of a staking platform and have one working for their DocuShield bond NFTs. So possibly that might be somewhere in the future you could go if they open that up to other projects as well. Since if you're going to be going through them for the NFTs, it sounds like it would be almost a good match to go through with them as well. And good to hear that KDSwap is looking for the liquidity in the token. I just find that they're very quick to jump on people and help them out. And the team there, Afonso and everyone, are really great. So I'm glad to hear that that you guys are talking with them as well. That's really awesome.
Yes, and this is what I felt like when we came to Kadena Network, that everyone, the mentality was completely different. Because in Solana, it's such an overcrowded blockchain that you are like invisible. So unless you spend $40,000 on marketing, you are not going to sell out your NFT series. Doesn't matter how good the whole artwork or the project itself. But in Kadena, when we came here, we were like, in Solana, when we applied for Magic Eden Launchpad, let's say, they did not even reply. In Kadena, we feel like everyone has a different mentality. You can even just have like a quick voice chat and basically just say hi to each other and welcome us to the network and everything. So the whole mentality is different. And because it's such a new chain, everyone building on it, everyone looking for projects, everyone looking for partnerships. This is great.
Now, just going quickly through looking at your distribution for mining day revenues and tokenomics, it's seeing that the team advisory section, so there's 10% that's allocated towards the team and advisory, so pretty much the team funds. And it also says that they will be allocated and locked for a certain amount of time. Now, with KDSwap offering, well, KD Launch, I'm not sure which side of it offers it, but one of them has a token lock. Is that something that you guys may be looking to utilize so that everyone can see and follow along with it?
Yes, we are planning to do that. And then obviously when I had a talk with one of the KDSwap team member, he told me more about this service, and that's where we decided to actually lock the team advisory section, because we're not going anywhere. Our project will be here for a long time. I want to lock it for even 3 years if I can. My personal back holdings are for 2030, so I'm not going anywhere. Whole Kadena is a long-term project, and this is exactly why we switched from Solana, because we wanted to build on something that's going to be here in 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. Because if you're looking back in the previous market cycles, let's say all those 2016, 17 top 10, top 20 coins, none of them are there anymore. So everything is changing rapidly, and in this industry, you need to build on something that's going to be future-proof, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. You gotta definitely plan for that. Like you said, just going back, you can go back a few years and even just look at like the top 50 to 100 coins on Coin Market Cap, and it's a completely different almost every year. You know, those numbers, everything's always changing. You never know what tomorrow will bring in this crazy crypto world. That's for sure. I also see that you have plans in the future for a DAO. Now, will this DAO consist of the NFT holders themselves? So that's something that if you're looking to possibly mint one of these NFTs, you'll know that in the future you'll have a bit of a say over things on how they go, or will that be based on token holders?
No, we are planning to base that on NFT holders, not token holders. The token will be a backbone of the whole system, but we are planning the other way. So, but we do. I wanted to mention also that we just opened our Discord server recently. So it's just been a week now that we are open, and basically we implemented a little system to our Discord. A few server has this. It's like an economy system on the Discord server. So basically, when you join to a Discord server and you are active, so you basically typing into channels and reacting and being active, you receive XP points, and then you also once a day you can receive a, let's say, Discord token or gaming token, let's say, and basically you can purchase yourself a guaranteed whitelist from these tokens. You can purchase an NFT or later on a merchandise for yourself. So we are planning a lot of cool stuff to be more engaging with the community, and I feel like having an NFT as a base for governor token for the DAO would be a perfect option.
Yeah, I just noticed when I was looking through your website every today that you had added the Discord. So I went ahead and made sure to update your page on our website as well and added the Discord and jumped in there as well. And can see that you've already got a good little number of people that have joined in. So happy to see that things seem to be moving along quite well there. So what other ways, if possible, you mentioned a whitelist, besides joining the Discord and grinding through there, are there any other ways that people can earn a whitelist?
For now, we are only planning to do the whitelist through Discord. So at the moment, the only possible ways to join to the Discord server, to be active on the Discord server. And basically, our calculation is that if you are active on the Discord server and typing and reacting and being active and possibly claiming your coins daily, after 2 weeks, you are 100% guaranteed to get the whitelist, or even maybe 1.5 weeks. So currently, that's the idea behind it, to get the people into our Discord server, be active, engage with other people, build up a community, because people need a little bit push always, and maybe that's a good idea to do with this.
Awesome. So if you're listening and you want to get yourself a whitelist, make sure you guys join the Discord. You can find the link right on their main page, right on their website. So make sure you guys go and join there. Now, going through the website, I've noticed besides the stuff that has to do with the NFTs themselves, you guys have created a few little helpful tools to help the Kadena community. I don't think this is very well known throughout the community that you've made these things, because a lot of people complain about the fact that the Explorer that we have for Kadena, the main one, is not exactly laid out in a very good way for people to be able to easily find their wallet information and things like that. And I've noticed that you guys have made these handy tools. So you want to maybe discuss a little bit about what made you decide to do this, and then a brief description of what the tools are that people can find out.
Sure. So basically, like you said, it's not a lot of tool because Kadena is such a new chain, and basically, this is just a fork of the original balance checker, which you can actually check on Kadena's original balance.chainweb.com site. So that's the original one. It's just a very pure AP based balance checker and code viewer. So, but that website has been kind of like neglected or not taken care by Kadena. Obviously, they don't not necessarily need to care about it, because obviously the whole ecosystem is such rapidly building that sooner or later it's going to be a nice dashboard that you can see your wallets and everything. So they not really updated anything on this for the last, I don't know how many years, basically. So I were like, in my free time, I were like, let's take this and rework it a little bit. We actually hosting this on KadenaBalance.com. So if you want to visit our website, or it's a little bit quicker if you just go to KadenaBalance.com. So this is our website, which is we are hosting for the next 3 years for free, and everyone can use it. It's very quick, and it has added not just balance checker, code viewer, but it's actually added a transaction scan, which you just, because how it's built up on Chainweb, on the Kadena original Explorer, let's say, like you said, is not really user friendly, because you need to go through 3 or 4 clicks or something. You to set up like the transaction scan, and then if you're going to check your wallet history, you need to click back, and like 4 more clicks. But we implemented a simple link design, so it's not going to show on the website your wallet history and transaction scan. It's actually going to just get you a link and then open it in a new tab, and then all your wallet history will be brought up there, or all your or you can search on a certain transaction. It's actually saving a lot of time to a lot of people. But the balance checker and the code weaver is built into the website, so literally you don't need to go anywhere else. You just type in the Kadena wallet, and it's actually going to show you the different coins. And for now, we implemented KDX, KD Swap, KD Launch, Doc, Arcade, and Hype for the first 6 tokens. But we're obviously going to work on this later on. This is actually kind of like my free time project to work on this. So I'm not a certified developer like our developer, but I like to work on little projects like this. Some of the community member already send some feedback that it's good, because they have a lot of different wallets. They are mining possibly with different wallets, and it's good to have a quick API based tool, basically.
Yeah, I know the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, this is actually really well done. It's laid out really well. One thing that I always had when I first got into Kadena and got a wallet, I was like, oh, well, how do I check my balance on the Explorer? So, you type in Google Kadena Explorer, and of course, up comes the main, explorer.chainweb.com, and you go to there, and it's like, it doesn't say the word wallet anywhere. Like, you click through the different sections, and it's like, code, like, no, I don't see wallet or add the word address anywhere here. So it's I've always thought that to be kind of just a really weird UI choice, I feel like, on their side, that they could have. I understand, like, code is wallet, or like you can find through choosing code, you can find your wallet balance, and through transaction, you can find your wallet balance. But like, I like the way that yours is laid out. Just, you type in your wallet balance and check balance, or you can check transactions and everything. It's just very well laid out, and definitely will have to add a page, I believe, on our Kadena ecosystem. I think this KadenaBounce.com warrants having its own section as well, because it's like you said, it's you guys are making it, but it's like a little side project, just kind of backed by you, but it's well done, and it's people need to know that there's more choices out there for explorers and for them to be able to look up their information. So I just want to say it's very well done. Very well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And basically, some of the tokens as well in Kadena, the original site was like, when I first used it, I was like, okay, I'm not just going to check my Kadena balance, but I actually want to check my, let's say, KD swap token balance. So I typed in KDS as a token name, but obviously it wasn't good, because in Kadena you have this weird token name. So the KD swap token is actually KD launch dot KD swap score token. So it's not that user friendly. That's why. But thank you.
Yeah, it's more of a, I know, instead of using it's more like instead of like like on Ethereum, you had like the contract for the token, right, was the thing.
Exactly.
Whereas here you have, like, yeah, a lot of the times, like, if it's a token that someone's not making, like if KD Swamp or someone who doesn't already have a namespace like taken from Kadena, it's usually like something .free token or something like that. It's,
yeah, and Kadena is just coin. Kadena is actually just coin. So basically, Kadena working on a chain as just just coin like this coin. So.
I think it was their way of trying to make things easier for you to read. So instead of having to take, like on Ethereum, you have, a whole string of 0x962
Yeah.
blah 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 blah, make it into actual words that are a little bit more easier to remember and stuff. So I understand their theory behind it, but now that I believe that they're opening up the namespaces so that you don't have to actually contact the Kadena team and you're going to be able to claim your namespaces by yourself, I think that'll make things a little bit easier, so everyone will be able to make their token names and stuff like that a lot better and more branded towards themselves. Like how the KD launch and KD swap tokens have, KD launch dot KD swap dot, you'll be able to have, BSB dot sloth dot token or something for yours, which will be really
Right.
neat.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, this is I'm really excited to see what all you guys bring to the table. Like I said, these sloths are definitely something that the art is extremely well done, well put together. Like you said, you've been working on it for over a year now, so it's amazing it's amazing when people don't understand how long it can actually take to put these art together, because you have your basic sloth, but then you have all down to the little things like the little tiny accessories like watches or necklaces, sunglasses and stuff like that. And when you start taking these layers and putting them into a generator, sometimes things don't work out the way you expect them to. Like a watch would
Oh,
not be in
right.
the right watch is in the
Exactly.
not in the right place, or sometimes you'll have like one layer that covers over another rarer layer, and you don't want that. You want them to be able to see each different layer and see all the different pieces, so that when they look at like the metadata or whatever, and it says like for rarity checkers and things like that, it'll say, oh, I can see every single one of these things in my picture. So it's amazing. Like I said, a year is kind of very understandable for the level of art that you're working with and all the different layers. Just like I said, just from going from your website and looking at all the different sloths that you have on the different pages of your website, you can see at least 20-30 different layers just there. And that's probably just like the tip of the iceberg.
That's like 10 or 11 sets or something. That's, yeah, I like tip of the iceberg. And we are actually doing the last touches with the layers, and we are doing currently adding Kadena based accessories, so Kadena chains, Kadena t-shirts, Kadena hoodies, so anything with Kadena based or Kadena color based, so kind of like this pink, purple based colors. So it's actually a lot of work, and obviously, if someone would sit down for, let's say, 12 hours a day for this could be obviously done quicker. But all the team members are having their own stuff. Everyone working, everyone doing their stuff, and we just like planning this for the last 1 year to do it, and we are happy to actually create in Kadena. So.
Now, I've noticed like some of the other projects have done things like integrate some of their favorite Kadena projects into their NFT art as well. For example, like the KD Crocs implemented a whole bunch of like Kitty CAD into their actual NFTs and stuff like that. Are you guys open to any kind of collaborations like that? Perhaps like having another NFT group's logo on one of your Sloths hoodies or something like that?
We are currently, we so far that they minted and they the Kushiro t-shirt, and obviously a hoodie pair of those. So currently we added a little bit of these, but we are open to any partnership from other projects who feel like they could they could do this. It is actually a very cool idea. We wasn't thought about just like partnerships, but basically we wanted to include first, obviously, the minting partner or the platform that we are doing. And obviously that's minted. And if we are doing minted, we need to include Dokushiro t-shirts as well, just to have more versions. But obviously, when we add these little things after each other, after a certain number of layers, you more likely need to increase your minting like the whole collection, because there's numbers like I guess for a 9K collection you need like 300, or in my opinion even 350 layers to have it like really well designed. For 3K collection that we are having, to between 200 and 250, maybe it's a little bit overkill, but I like to max out things.
So even with having that many layers with a small collection, we may not even see some possible layers. Is that even a possibility?
That's yeah, exactly. That's what I said. That the number of like the collection size going to heavily depend on the minting platform itself, because we're not like we did not see yet Mintit's marketplace working and minting working, except the very first few projects already, I guess, minted on their platform. But basically, what I mean is we really need to see their system, how it works, because who knows if they have on the minting generator or their minting software options for these, because well, obviously for them you need to just include your layer and they are doing the generating itself, and that's actually because how the NFT builds up is actually first you generate your NFTs based on your layers, and then you upload those ready NFTs usually to a minting provider or your own with the metadata to your own site. But basically, if they generating it, because if we would generate the artwork, we could do it to have a certain set included 100%, so we could a little bit modify the minting software basically, and then include, let's say you need to have a full set of police officer, a full set of jetty slot, a full set of spider slot. So basically we could do this, but if we are using a minting service, then obviously we are depending of them. Do you have this option in your system to actually have like a full set of given attributes 100% included in the set? Because if not, then we are actually have to release these slots separately on a closed collection, let's say on 20 very special slots and a very short collection, because like you said, these artworks have been done for a while now to actually not include in the collection. So we knew about this, and we are trying to get a proper solution to either have like a guaranteed 100% chance to include these in the minting, or if not, then we are really releasing it separately. But I would definitely love to actually set it up properly, include all the 20, let's say 25 really special, let's say legendary slot sets. So
Well, I'm sure Adrian and the team over there can probably figure something out. There's probably some way they can do it. And if not, like you said, you could always release them as a secondary special collection. And if that does end up being the way you go, maybe take a little extra time and do them more special and possibly animate them, have them moving. Like you said, you have your spider sloth, have him like raise his hand and shoot a web out, or have like the cop one like pull his gun and shoot it or something. It would just make it more special, and then you could have those either as promotional items that you either give away or auction off. That's another way. A good thing for your charity, maybe you could do a sloth for your charity draw, and just all proceeds from auctioning this NFT off go to whatever charity you guys decide for helping sloths. There's lots of different ways I could see you taking that route. It would be very cool to see too the secondary collection as just something, like you said, something special, something that can either be something community driven, charity driven, or just another collection. Possibly have multiples, instead of just being one of each, just have do like a 10 of each, so that 10 different people could own these NFTs or things like that. There's lots of different ways you could move forward, but as you said, it'll all come down to the options available from Minted or any platform that you choose to mint through. But they're building very quickly over there, so hopefully they'll be able to set something up. and we'll be able to get our one of ones, because I know that's a huge thing when it comes to NFT collectors that do it for the rarity hunting, because the rarer an NFT will be usually dictates how high up the floor price can go. People look at it that way of the higher rarity always goes for the higher price. So hopefully we can figure out a way to get those into the collection right away, because people will be minting just to try to find those diamonds in the rough, and hopefully,
Exactly.
yeah.
I think we need to include it into definitely need to include it to the main collection, because with the right rarity setup, and obviously together with Minted we're going to figure that out. But the right rarity setup could really make it really make a difference when we know that there's at least one full set, or let's say I would be happy to have one full set of each and no more. So you can have all the different layers except the last one. So let's say you cannot have a full set, but you can have a full set without the hat or without the trousers. But for a full set, I mean, on minting, it's going to be only one NFT, and that's going to be 0.1% rare. So with the right setup, it's definitely can go that way.
Now, with being a smaller collection of only 3,333, are you putting any kind of limits on purchasing? Now, this is kind of I always bring this up to projects just because, people have different different decisions on the way it goes, because people always say, oh, I want to try to limit the amount of NFTs that people can buy so that I can get a wider spread wallet owners collection and a wider spread community. But then there's the counter argument of that of, well, if people really want to buy a whole bunch of these NFTs, they'll just make multiple wallets, which of course, is very easy to do and very possible. So are you guys putting any kind of limits on, say, for your whitelist procedures, or for the mint themselves?
This is actually a really good question, because, like you said, you cannot really prohibit people from minting multiple NFTs. Making a wallet that does not take more than literally 1 minute if you're quick. And people who are willing to buy more, they are willing to go through doing another. Even myself, and I'm not a big crypto, let's say. I do have like 5 different wallets because I'm mining and doing my personal holdings and everything. So even a simple person could do in a minute 5 different wallets, and you cannot really prohibit them from minting multiple NFTs. We can do it. We can put a cap on it, but our whitelist application is actually can be only purchased through Discord, and we can limit the whitelist purchased through Discord. So actually, one Discord user can only do one whitelist, and because you have to grind the Discord to be able to be whitelisted and mint for sure, you're not going to grind it with 5 different accounts, because it's going to be obvious and we're going to ban you. So, but in order to be able to grab them, whitelist applications through Discord, you need to like grind a week or two, and I'm 100% sure that with this, we could moderate this.
It also allows you to be a little bit more closer with your community. A lot of the projects do have Discords, I find, in the KDA community, but some do not. And I find that Discord is becoming quite a good way to build a community, because unlike Telegram, I've used Telegram for quite a few years now. And when Telegram first started off, it was kind of great. And then it slowly kind of just got taken over by scammers, and it made it so that there's very little like you can really do to stop scammers from messaging you on private, things like that. And I just found that Discord is a lot more secure, in the sense that with some good devs and some good moderators, it's a lot more secure and safe, and it has a lot more options. It has the games, the point system that you're using for your whitelist thing that wouldn't be possible in Telegram or through a Twitter or anything like that. So definitely lots of advantages to Discord over a lot of the other socials. So definitely recommend everyone go and join the Discord and get in there and get your whitelist spots.
Exactly. I've been using as well Telegram for a while, but like you said, you cannot really stop all the scammers just straight away DMing you and trying to get your money. You have the same people on Discord as well, but with the right devs, you can actually really get rid 95% of them, and with good moderators you can actually make the server very clean. Just basically when you get into the server, you can have multiple different stage of verification, even going through phone verification to basically say, okay, all our members have to verify their phone, and because of that you're going to have zero scammers on your server, because those bots, those spammers, those scammers, those are usually working from unverified discords. So basically, or they get banned really quickly. But we are not installing that. We're not planning on doing the phone verification, but we do have a little welcoming message when you go to our Discord. Tells you to go to a certain channel, click on it, read our rules, go to the bottom of it, and hit understand and accept the rules, and then basically, like, even this 60-70% of the bots is actually not going through this, because they cannot animate, especially not with our bot, because we are using our own bot. If you go to our server, everything, every embed message that you see there is actually done by our, like, posted by our bot as well. So
Awesome. Yeah, as long as you have it well set up and well moderated, Discord can be a very great place to build a community. So, like I said, make sure everyone goes and joins that. And I don't know if anyone listening has any questions or anything that you want to add, but feel free to send a request to speak. But I, for one, learned a lot about this project. I've been watching you guys for a while, looking at the artwork and checking out, following your tweets, and have to say I'm rather excited to see what comes of this. And the tools, I have to say, definitely going to be setting up. I don't know if you have time. I will send you the form for our project if you want to fill out the project form for the Kadena Bounce. .com. I would gladly add that as its own thing on our website, because I believe more people need to know about this just very simple website and simple tool, because like I said, there is a lot of people like me who are not very big fans of the current Explorer options out there. So this is just another option for people to use. So it'd be very, very welcome to add that on its own as a project on its own, for sure. I believe it needs its own coverage, definitely.
thank you. Yes, if anyone has any question to us, just raise your hand, go ahead and ask it. And thank you for having me in this AMA session. Great talk, by the way.
Awesome. Yeah, we're more than happy to have you guys here. So that, make sure you guys, if you do have questions, they do have a Discord now. So make sure you go join the Discord. You can go right to their link on Twitter, or like go to their Twitter profile. There is a link there to their website. Their website is the Sloths. So TheSlothsNFT.com. Make sure you guys go there, join their Discord through the link in there, join their community, get your whitelist, and get ready for. Do you have any kind of set dates, or like say a month that you plan on hopefully releasing?
We are planning mid-November. Our first plan was mid-November, but obviously that was depending on the minting service itself, how ready they are, and then we had a little bit of delay on minted for the last couple of weeks. So we are still planning the mid-November, but I'm even happy if we could mint it out something like 20 of November, 25 of November. So definitely the second half of this month. We're not going to delay it again. We're going to just pick a date and go with it.
Awesome. So make sure you guys go and check out the Bored Sloth Billionaires, get your whitelist, join their Discord, check out their website, which is very well done, and also go check out the tools section on their website, or if you need to, you can go right to the website they built for the tools, KadenaBalance.com. So thank you very much for joining us, Bored Sloth. It was very excellent talking to you guys today, and I just can't wait to see what the future has in store for you. And don't be a stranger. If you guys need any help, please feel free to reach out to us.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having us. Great talk.
Awesome. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and take care. Have a good day.
That wraps up another amazing AMA. Thank you for listening. Here at KPN, we strive to bring an open platform for projects being built on Kadena to present themselves to the community. Please ensure to do your own research on each project before investing. Also, make sure to follow us on our social media, from Twitter to subscribing to our weekly newsletter. All the links can be found directly on our SoundCloud profile page. Thank you very much for listening, and take care.